I'm going to show you how to assemble this gorgeous spring flower bouquet, and it's part of our paper flower garden series. This video comes in 4 parts. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the hydrangea. For this bouquet, you'll need the kit, scissors, a hot glue low temperature glue gun and glue, wire cutters with the needle nose plier, 60 22 gauge wire, and 15 18 gauge wire. You'll also need some floral tape. Also included in this kit are written instructions which you can use to follow along with the video. For the hydrangea, you'll find these really pretty robin's egg blue sheets, and there's 100 petals on each page, and each hydrangea will take between 50 and 60 petals, and we have 4 pages, so you can make 6 to 8 hydrangeas depending on the size that you want them. So today I'm going to show you how to make one with 50 petals, and I've already punched the petals out. So I'll use the edge of my scissors and my thumb and holding the center of this flower petal so that I don't tear these off, very gently curl the tips of these. So go ahead and do that to all 50 of your petals. Once you have curled them, you can also press them towards each other to make this shape. I have 22 gauge wire here, and I've cut it down to 18 inches, and 22 gauge is a little bit lighter because I want to be able to bend these easily. So I'm stacking them together and leaving about 4 inches on the top here, just about to there. And I'm taking my floral wire and just wrapping this really tightly. They might slip a little bit, but you can even them out. So floral tape you activate by stretching very gently, and also the warmth of your fingers will start to melt the wax a bit, and that will help it stick to itself. And I'll wrap my tape down around the end to hold it all in place. Then I'll take these wires and I'm going to start spraying them out into a dome shape. So starting, at a 45-degree angle and then bringing them up closer and closer to the center, rotating it around as I go. Then I'm going to take my needle nose pliers, and the end of every single one of these wires I'm going to make a loop. I'll make a loop and then I'm going to flatten it at a 45-degree angle, and this will give the flower a little bit more surface so that it will stay on the wire. Now I'm going to take each of these petals and glue one on every single end of these wires. Kind of nuzzle that in there. So that's 20 of the blooms, and I have 30 more here in this bowl that I'm going to glue in between. Now just to note, I'm making a smaller hydrangea head because this is a pretty full bouquet and I don't want them to overwhelm the bouquet. Now if you want to make a larger head, you'll put more wire in. I've done up to 60 wires, so that would be like 120 of these at least per the bloom, and then you just have more wires and it's a much tighter. So since these are pretty far apart and this is a smaller hydrangea, I'll go ahead and bend them a bit towards each other, and that way it will tuck into the bouquet really nicely. I like to start out with them further apart. It's easier to get everything in place, and then we'll arrange it from here. So the next step is to glue the extra 30, and you can do more if you want to, but we'll start with 30. And how I do that is I'll put a little bit of glue on 2 opposite petals, and then I will put those onto 2 petals here. So petal to petal, and I'll just start filling in all the spaces. So this is 50 petals, and at this point I'm going to go ahead and remove all of my glue strings, which might take a few minutes. And if you want to kind of compress the flower a little bit to make it more compact, you can do that as well. And again, this is small so that it will fit into the bouquet. You can do much more and a lot more petals, and you're going to have extra petals in your kit to make more flowers, and this is a good place to experiment.